Does the software solve our specific business problem? Well, do you have a driver problem? Now, this is defined as, do you have empty seats? Do you have drivers that you wish you could upgrade, called top grading, or are you spending too much money to acquire new drivers that will stay with you? Now, whether it's ad spend, background screens, or you have more people in the recruiting office than you think should be required, that's how we reduce cost per hire. So if you're spending more to acquire talent than you want, we would say a good number for average cost per hire is below $1,000, and that's all in. What is the total cost of ownership? When I hear this, I hear what's it going to cost me? What are the hidden fees and the gotchas? Now, from a software standpoint, you can find that directly on our website. Ongoing support, maintenance, and upgrades are all included. That's why you pay every month, and we keep investing in making our product better. Our professional services are either going to be a flat rate or based on driver count. If it's per driver, it goes up and down with how you use it. If it's flat rate, you can bank on what it's going to be. Things like driver monitoring, buying MBRs through our partners is a per driver count. So it's as you need to use it. So when we created pricing, we flat rate on the big stuff, and the things that are more variable are fair to be pay as you go. That's how those can be divided up. Integrations. The ones we do really well, MBRs, background screens. Automated MBRs can be initiated directly from A-Suite, and the record returns back into the driver profile. Other common integrations are payroll. Usually that's the system of record. We can set up a feed. When you hit the approve button, it will send a driver into A-Suite, and the same thing happens when a driver is terminated, so that the roster within A-Suite stays up to date. Those are the main ones we hear, which are outside of our core applicant tracking, DQF management, and learning management system all in one place. What type of support will you receive? Well, you'll have a dedicated client success manager who will dig deep in your business with you and will have your back in terms of making sure you're well trained on A-Suite. Our selection process for your client success manager is someone who has worked with companies just like you. If you have questions, emails, or need to chat, you will have direct access to them. Sometimes your client success manager may be in a meeting, so we're also staffed with backup just in case you had a quick question or you need a quick fix. Now that you know we take this seriously, our key performance indicators on customer service is we're answering you within 2 hours and resolved within 24. That's what we grade ourselves on internally. Everyone is in the US, and our roadmap for success is to set you up correctly in the beginning so that you have it down. You already have a lot going on in your job and responsibilities. So if you have a question, you can get a quick fix, you can self-service, and also get that strategy so you can stay on top of the latest and greatest. How scalable is our software? Well, I'd say there are two buckets, and you may fit in one or both of them. As a recruiter, you should be able to hire 15 drivers per month. You may say that's the minimum requirement for your recruiters, but take into consideration all the leads a recruiter gets in their inbox monthly. So during configuration, your client success manager will ask about your recruiting goals and help you set your A-Suite back office so that you're prioritizing the most qualified candidates and not having to waste time sifting through 100 unqualified candidates to hit your hiring goals. You can also automate workflows for onboarding and remarket to your targeted leads. Security. We follow SOC 2 Type 2 standards. That's the best practice for the industry and for the information that we're handling. Name, date of birth, socials, medical records, they're all coming into A-Suite. Information that cannot get out there. SOC 2 Type 2 is the standard for software companies when it comes to security and what you should demand and expect from any software provider. What are our limitations? For recruiting, what you won't get from us is a job store. Click a button and make ad buys in the software to post on multiple sites. We intentionally did not build that into our philosophy or model. We believe in letting your drivers be your spokespeople. We believe in showing off your culture on landing pages. We intentionally have not prioritized that. If a job store feature and playing the jobs boards games is important to you, and that's how you want to spend your money, then we're not the right software company for you. Software ROI. Let's start with recruiting. All-in cost per hire, we're going to focus on reducing that by 50% or more. When we say all in, what do you mean? Well, first is ad spend. We see a lot of wasted dollars on Indeed, CDL this, jobs that. The job board is just a good way to burn money and throw it down the toilet. So, first things are helping you spend your money more wisely in the right spots. And that will be on social media and having your drivers be the voice. The second piece is your time. Your recruiters should be able to hire 15 people a month. And if they're not, we're going to make sure they're spending their time on the right things. Case studies. Now, this is what we call our X graph. Why? Because we're watching our driver counts go up and accidents go down. How does that happen? Well, by letting the experts, us, focus on the marketing, helping them find their purple cows, stand out from the herd, and throw away ad sources that were stealing money from them. And let them focus on wooing candidates into the door, automatically screening out the knuckleheads so they spend more time with the right people. That's how you drive up hires as well as reducing cost per hire. Spend less to get more hires. And when we see the accidents go down, yes, part of it has to do with our defensive driving system called LLC, instructor and driver certification, but then also giving them time back because they've automated the mundane so they can focus on true risk. We're always focused on automation. So we're going to be automating recruiting tasks, compliant tasks, and when it makes sense, using AI to do so. So the exciting features that we have cooking up for the balance of 24 is we want to automate using AI to upload records, categorize them, punch in expiration dates, and make sure they're compliant for you.